Um, Hi Felicia.
Hello, senior level my
Yes, we see you. So,
on Exi ni Manti.
what? Are you not seeing anyone?
Okay, asin you know.
Okay, so welcome to another video, guys. Welcome to another Skype session. So, without any further delays, I'm gonna jump right in and just touch on what we had going for the week and what we can still look out for. Okay, so first, um, Euro USD, it hasn't reached that level yet, but we are patient for that retest. As soon as it gets there, we take advantage. This thing has already broken out. It has broken out real hard. And the fact that it broke out that hard tells us that as soon as it's time, this thing is going to start running again. So, my best bet is that it will either, sorry, it will either jump up from here or it will jump up from here. So, I'm really interested in this retest because as soon as it gets here, is when I would like to buy. Uh, a note of GBP USD. Just one second. Okay, so once I saw that the highs getting lower, I knew that we in for a treat. And the other thing that I noticed as well was that the lows were continuously getting lower as well. So I felt like I could have not been wrong on this one. So all I then basically did was follow up on the market, and there's confirmation candle. So with GBP USD, we are currently 1,763 pips in profit. What I suggest or what I know I'm going to do right now is because I'm seeing a zone, right? And it might not be that visible to the untrained eye or to the inexperienced eye, but this is what I'm seeing. So I took the low point, the lowest point of the candle bodies over here. If I do this, you will see what I'm talking about. So this is where price actually came and turned around, like actual price, right? And then here you will see we have a false breakout. Over here, price, this area offered price some support. And over here, we have a clean retest and a break. So for me, because I now have one, two, three, four clearly visible, like there's no way that I can guess upon it. Now that I see those clearly visible rejections, I am gonna look for because what I'm seeing right now is that price is making a movement to the upside. So for me, as soon as price gets there, that is when I'm gonna start looking for sales again. and the zone falls perfectly on the last low of the market. Um, Another thing, when you're on WhatsApp, then you probably see that place my stop loss in profits. So what I did was seeing that um, and just check here. This is another thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 touches on this zone, right? Just check here. Price came to it and it pushed it down perfectly. And what I want you guys to notice is that I did send this thing into the group. Although I didn't follow up on it, I'm sorry. I was busy playing Crimson Lands, with the coronavirus getting out of control and preparing for World War Z, killing people and stuff, killing zombies. But anyway, I got carried away there. I played games, and then when I woke up from the slumber that the game's happening in, I realized that I missed confirmation. And as you can see, it closed below this area. So the fact that it closed below this area already tells us that this is a trade really that really wants to go all the way down till here. So um, as it goes up, that is most probably when I'm going to catch and, and sell it more. So as soon as that happens, this was actually the perfect time, and I'm just gonna mark it here so that when we come Sunday, we will see how much we missed out on. Let me just make a note here.
Ik het hy self gevat.
AJ,
Ja.
okay, so Felicia actually took the cell. Like one thing I have to tell you, like gents that's in the group and stuff. Like Felicia doesn't fucking play with the markets, eh? This lady takes the markets and she fucks it up literally. Cause she knows if she doesn't fuck the market up, the market's gonna fuck her up. So if there's one thing that I can tell you about Felicia and one thing that I do want you to like take, like yes, I brag about her a lot and stuff like that, but it's all her. It's not me. Like when it's time to press the button, she presses the button without hesitation. And that is literally why some people are making more than others. Is because you will find some that is waiting for you to send the analysis, waiting for you to send the signal. And then you find people like Felicia where you still think you're gonna be like, see, I told you. And then she's like, no, but I actually took it. So when it's time to pull the trigger, guys, pull the trigger because no one is gonna be responsible for your money. No one is gonna chase you around to make money. Um, you must do it. You must do it. So congratulations on Felicia. I don't know who else did it, but just mark this down here so that when we come back on on Sunday, then I want to see how this confirmation actually went. So yeah, that is the positions that we are in. Oh no, GBP is there. The other one is USD ZAR. Where is that one? This one is still like if you've noticed, I do not play. I do, like I literally do not know what happened here now. Um, when I started up my setup now, I see that it resetted everything back to how it was. So let me just give you the updated version of USD ZAR. So what I saw was a gap that was being filled, but it was the gap was at such an opportune place that if it had to go and fill, when it fills, it's gonna run up immediately. So what I mean by that, we have a lost high, and here's our gap. Our gap got filled, and now the market is just continuously running. Did anyone take this confirmation?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Okay. Don't nothing to stress about. Don't be shy. At the end of the day, you will realize that you are responsible for your own money, and if you're not gonna press the trigger, then you are simply not gonna make money. So what I noted was when the market opened on its gap, price dropped first, and then it closed above this area. So
Mm-hmm.
this is why I always reiterate to you guys that closings of candles, it's really, really important. The closing of the candle, that is the actual key to if you're actually gonna buy and if you're actually gonna sell. So one hint that I can give you guys, when I was a startup, um, was obviously after confirmation, money comes. We know that. We just don't know when. Because after confirmation, a small retrace can also happen. Price can move backwards for a while. So one of the most common mistakes that I made was that I would see that there's maybe an hour left for the candle to, and then I would jump confirmation, and then in that hour, the candle turns around, and I'm stuck in a buy or sell that I really do not want to be in. So closings of candles is really important, and if you close above zones, take that serious, guys, because that itself is a hint on future direction. So, one thing that I want us to note with USD ZAR, because this thing I can guarantee now that is gonna run up for a while. Um, so, like I said, daily is the key, but I do not see any immediate zones to my left side on the daily because we have literally price has literally passed all of them. Price has literally passed all of them. So that is an area, and you must know the reason why I'm marking this is just I just want to show you something quickly. So I'm on the weekly time frame, yes, but you that staying in South Africa, you also know that at the moment we have a government that is catching a whole lot of shit on, and that is why you see this spikes. Now, I want you guys to know and to take into consideration and take serious right now when a spike, when a spike takes out another high, then it's not just the takeout of this high, also the way of this high. So while price was doing its thing here, before it closed below this area was exposed the whole time. So we might have, because I know I sent what I sent in the group on USDZAR because I took confirmation. Hey, this thing is paying me nicely. When I took confirmation on 1 hour, like I said, my platform just like restarted everything. I'm not even sure correct with yes. Yes. So I know I marked something like this, but now I'm not only gonna give you like the update on this, but we're also going to do a bit of trade management because trade management is important, guys. And when you are managing your trade, right, That is basically just you managing it going between areas. That's it, nothing else. The money will come by itself. So it's kind of obvious right now that this high got taken out, right? It's really obvious right now. As you can see, before price stayed below it, price created a little high there. And whenever I see two candles moving in the opposite direction, because this thing has been gradually moving up, then I saw two red candles. That is a high point to me. I'm not gonna play. That is a high point to me. Even if it's just two little candles moving down, that is a point to me. So updates that again because points are really meant to be taken serious. So if I just mark my two candles, my two red that went down, where I'm saying now, sorry, just put it there. So what will validate this as I is the fact that it got rejected over here and then it ran up. So the same one thing that I want you guys to notice now is the same thing that's happening here because we price ran up, we had a drop in price, created a high.
Mm-hmm.
I actually marked it, and then price ran up again, rejected from this high, went down,
Okay.
found support, found support over here, and then price jumped. So whatever happened here, whatever happened there, I am so and I'm not even playing right now, guys, because as you can see, we stupid name. As you can see, also we have been getting our and I basically like early on, most of you we've been to the class. You guys know that I don't use this for signals. I literally just use it as opinions. So what I'm trying to say by opinions, um, let me just sometimes, wow, candle, no man. Oh, can you believe this? Okay, it's moving now. So what I mean with second opinion, right, is that over here, this is the last I have the market, and I marked it, right? So for me, this is a resistance, and for me, if price comes there again, you guys must know by now what support and resistance means to us as technical traders. So for me, basically, I'm just gonna repeat again. When price comes here, I am looking for my resistance to push price back down, right? So at this point, right, before all of this happened, before all of this happened, this was just a theory. This was just an idea. So price came and this thing came here. This red dot here, that isn't to me saying that okay, price is gonna fall and stuff like that. That is just hey, there is a zone. Be aware. And what happened? The zone got active because it pushed price all the way down to here. So whatever happened here and here with this area is seeming and like one thing I want you guys to notice as well, like I've always been telling you guys, the market does the same thing over and over and over again. So we had a rejection. Hey, there's a zone here, a fall and a run up. I see that here's the area. I see that there's an opinion. Hey, here's a zone. But now I'm not so sure about the fall. So at this point, just gonna delete that. At this point, it's up to me to just be patient. And this is why, guys, I've put my stop loss on my entry point concerning USD ZAR so that I do not have to stress about if this thing falls much further than this area, which is supposed to push it up actually. And if this surpasses this area, then this area is gonna be the next place that I would expect price to retest before it goes up. So let's talk targets quickly. So firstly, my first target, this is where actual price turnaround, as you can see. As you can see, that is just where price went, but it didn't close there. So according the line chart, the fact that price went here is totally irrelevant. But in terms of our candlestick, this is giving us information as to okay, price went here, and price started kicking back from here. So to me, this is not only telling me that yes, price went there and it came back, but this is also telling me that if price were to come here, this could be the maximum point that it runs to before it drops again. And then as it drops, so like basically what I've done, I've basically drawn my blueprint. So if price surpasses this area, it's a retest, then it's gonna go to here. Then it will probably um, go and retest the high that it made over here. So or target will go and meet there. It will come back to retest here, and then it will run up to go all the way to the weekly targets. So pre-planning is really important. Marking your zones as you go along is really important because I know that I've I've the reason why I take zones so highly into consideration is because over my training time I spent a lot of time with zone traders as well, and it was actually like shit that I had to flip pay for and stuff. But like it's invaluable knowledge. Like I will not replace that with anything, or I will not change that for anything. Because if I was a zone to zone trader, right, and I saw this happening, now price broke through. As price is dropping till here, when price here, I would have packed on so many buys. I would have packed on so many buys. And you know where my target would have been? My target would have been one, two. By the time I hit two, with just like a few pips, and I know this is USD ZAR, so whenever we're working on USD ZAR, you can expect some pips to run wild. So, so that is just why also I've secured my USD ZAR trade as soon as possible because this thing when it pips, it gives pips, and when it takes pips, you are gonna be sorry for being in it. That is just why I said um, evaluate the risk, see if price reach 3,000 pips, just see that you can handle it. And as you guys can see over here, like this is one hour candle. This thing, these things are the things that take account out chop. So when it's USD ZAR, and I send the signal, guys, always move to put your stop loss on your entry point. That way you will lose nothing and everything will be safe. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna scroll through some um, some pairs because after what happened on Monday, like Monday the fright of my life because when I woke up I saw that my euro odd hit stop loss, and the initial stop loss, guys, was like just like think it's 361 pips. But then I had another euro or trade that I left open, um, not um, not deliberately. I just didn't put the stop loss on for that one because when you look at the chart, you will see there's a stop loss already. So I just thought that hey, that's stop loss for my other one as well. I don't know what made me think that, but that one ran, and that one cost me a full 7,189 pips. So on Euro USD's end, I got the backhand there as well. Because for that sell, stop loss got taken out. So that is one trade that was already on a 1,175 pip loss. And then the one that didn't have stop loss on, that one cost me 3,041 pips. Now this was all in this gap, all in the gaps when the market opened on gaps. And I was so pissed, guys. So I couldn't like Monday. I didn't focus at all. I was a bit pressured because I know I reported the Euro O to you guys, but as I started reporting Euro USD into the group, I just realized like fuck, I lost 810, man. What the fuck? Then it actually hit me because I was fucking laughing about it the whole time, and then as I came to doing Euro USD as well, it was just like fuck, the market really did that to me, and then CFJPY that was luckily open, and I was like, okay, that is something I could fall on. So now you guys know my that um that 1.8 million rand, that one was now slashed down to 600,000. Like I was fucked up. I was hurt. CHF JPY saved me 2,396 bucks. But it was two trades. I closed them. I think it was earlier. I did mention it in the group though. But I closed those, and then gold. Because gold was a little scalp trade that I did, and I actually entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I actually entered 11 times on gold using 5.00. Now, to be honest, there, guys, I just placed the trades. I got up and I walked away for say 20, 30 minutes. When I came back, I just saw blue and I started closing trades because by then I saw that my 810,000 that I basically lost on Euro Odd and Euro USD, that is returned. So I managed to cover that loss, but then I still have like another 200 and something loss there. But the maximum of my drawdown has been covered. And this is why, guys, I just like it wasn't. I just felt when I woke up Monday, I just felt like yes, the losses is there. I can acknowledge the losses and move on, or I can actually deal with this in a really public manner with you guys, the way I deal with the wins. Because at the end of the day, like we are basically when we're entering the same trades, we are taking the same wins and the same losses. But it's in your best interest if I just show you at the level that I'm trading at, the kind of losses that I do get. Because yes, people see my wins and they're like, oh shit, you made that, you made that. Wow, that is so great and shit. And then when I show them my losses, then you don't hear them talk. It's like crickets. That is the sound I hear when I show them my losses when I on the lot size that I do trade now. So when you up a few levels in the volume game, like guys, mental is important. Mental is always gonna be important. And take it from me, learn from my lesson. um Stop loss, double check, the way I double check my trades now is too crazy because I want to see there's a value by my stop loss, and then I want to go see where it's at, and then I come check, okay, no, everything is fine. Then I leave my phone, then I get back to playing games, or I close the chart and get back to playing games, whatever the case may be. But it's really important right now, right now, it's really important that we stay focused and stay woke on our stop loss. Just for interest's sake, you know that Cecil is one of um, the biggest oil suppliers and petrol suppliers in the world, right? Now, Cecil and you guys, when we're done with this call, please go and research this. Cecil stock plummeted into the fucking, into the fucking. Coronavirus is busy um, crippling markets like you won't believe. So all the outgoing markets, right, are basically suffering. Companies like Uber and Bolt and stuff like that, they are suffering because not many people are using it anymore. Imports and exports are not happening because of coronavirus. And the thing is, I actually thought of this in last week because last week that is when I kind of became accustomed to the effect of corona and where it will affect, and because of where it will affect, which currencies will affect it. Because as we know it by now, each currency is either backed by gold or some other natural resource, if not in a tech department. Um, so in the site of going out stocks, so your restaurants and all of those, you can short if you are into stocks, short them. Your oil companies, no, do not short your oil companies. What you do in dips, you analyze, you buy. But during dips, guys, you should know that um, it's not a given that you will still be alive after that dip. So stop losses is really important. And the thing with dips in the market, the reason why we buy dips in the market is because whenever a price is going down, it's giving us a better price to sell from. So to second on what I just said, if I bought here, that wouldn't make sense. That would put me at immediate risk right now. But if I bought on the support of the price drop, I'm buying at a nicer price so that if price started moving up from there, my profits will start immediately. And that is the same way when there's viruses, the same way I think I mentioned it to the guys that came to classes. Like this falls in the same category uh, um, as a natural disaster. Okay, we all know coronavirus is actually um, a fucking uh, population control thingy. Let's not overplay that because coronavirus, no matter what they say, they can tell me it's pangolin or whatever. Fuck that shit. Coronavirus is basically made just and, and uh, China has probably one of the largest uh, populations on Earth. So yeah, I don't believe that's it for a second. But when it comes to effects in the market, viruses and stuff like that has the same effect that tsunami or any other natural disaster would have. And it's all because imports and exports um, won't be happening. So moving on, if you haven't checked it out, and I know I know a lot of you might be asking me, oh, but why aren't you doing this? Doing that? The reason why I'm not doing that is because this, this is, and I take this as a false downward move, eh? Because if this was a solid downward move, price would have closed here and price would have continued. So this is a false. False. Um, that is a whole 2,000 pip gap. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Sorry, Rago, is this NZD USD?
This is NZD USD, yes.
Okay, because I can't see lekker. Oh, you see ouderdom.
So as you can see, this price doesn't even matter. What we can take away from this price though is that it closed below our previous high. Price closed below our previous high. We can take that away, meaning the next area within NZD got exposed. But this is just why I'm drawing my trend line from here and not here, because the gap between the actual closing of the candle and where the candle went is way too big. Is way too big. Like if it closed maybe somewhere here or somewhere even here, maybe if the closing and with the length of the candlestick, if that is maximum, if that is less than 1,000 pips, then I will draw it from the candlestick wick. But it's not. So I'm gonna be wanting to be closer to the body, the actual close of the candle. So yeah, I'm settled there. I'm settled in. I'm just waiting for the fall. We have our next level. We have our next level. But if you guys just want to like as the trade progresses, if you just want to continuously be making money and picking up money as you go, you can as a take profit one, and then I'm sure on daily, wow, there isn't even a point on daily. Let me just get back to this. So you can use this for the sell as as a take profit one, and then as soon as your take profit one has been reached, you guys must know what we do. We put our stop loss and our entry points so that we know our capital is safe. That is the most important thing, our capital. Um, so yeah, I'm expecting for NZD USD. Let me just see something. So for NZD USD, I'm expecting that. When we look at gold, sure, sure. Gold is actually gonna pay us nice. If I look at gold, I am seeing a re-entry opportunity for us and a confirmed downward move.
Is that not daily?
4 hour.
Okay. Sorry man, maar die screen is net 'n bietjie blurry man.
Sorry.
Annie, dis reg. Ek wil net nie seker gewees het op watter timeline dit is.
Oh no, we are on 4 hour. 4 hour. So one thing that's important to note with gold is that after this high point, was created in the market, right? We had a break and we had a retest. This retest just establishes this area because this retest and shoot back up, this tells you, hey, a zone is there. There is a zone. You,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
you are not maybe on the right side of the zone at the moment, but there is a zone. And then if you look further to your right hand side, you will see there's another rejection from it that pushes to the upside. And then we have a break. This break is everything to me. It's yeah. So one thing that's important to note is that price came to I um I don't want to call it the because the neckline of the hidden shoulders is actually over here, but it actually came to the support of the previous high. So for me, what I'm expecting price to do right now, because it's here, I'm expecting price to go up into that area, and once it's in that area, that is where I'm gonna expect price to fall to. And once it gets here, as you guys must know, price moves in waves. So if we get the retest there, if we get the retest there, it's fake. Gold is fair game. Gold is fair game to be sold up until here. So what you can do is once you, if you're a bit of a risk taker, you can you don't put your stop not stop loss, you take profits. All your take profits you put over here. So as it goes up for the retest, you re-enter, but only this time you re-enter on much higher lot sizes because the move has actually been confirmed by the fact that it broke out here at the bottom. So then, um, once you take on those big moves, I would advise you to then place a stop, not a stop loss, a take profit 1 year and a take profit 1 year. Sorry, the rest of it take profits over here. And as you can see, the puppage, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's easily easily more than 2,000 hooks, almost 3,000 hooks,
Mm.
easily. So, um, as soon as this this happens, the upward
Shoulders.
and that there, as soon as that happens, that is when I'm gonna want to take advantage. And if you miss this, and you want to be a little bit more sure about the movement, then just wait for price to get here. When it gets here, wait for it to get here. And when it gets here, as you can see, by all of these tests up, when it gets here, that is when we will be wanting to push further down. So if you miss this one here, and it's actually pushing below this area now. So I think we might just get something like this. So if this thing close below this area, I would expect price to just drop further here or up till there. And as it gets here, that is when I will reanalyze that I can sell further with a take profit one and a take profit two. Um, are we good on gold?
Yes,
As
but
if
please asseblief onthou net vir ons wanneer die dinge gebeur, hoor, just in case. Ek wil nie dit
okay.
mis nie. Dit sal ek nie mis nie. Moenie game
um,
speel daai dag nie asseblief. Sê gou
um,
vir my, Rydel, wat is jou
yes.
take op die oomblik? Tot wat is jou huidige take nou op GBP NZD? Ek weet ons verwag een of ander tyd 'n sel daar as ek dit nie mis het nie.
I think the sell on GBP NZD actually it's actually still developing. So
Mm.
you are not wrong by expecting the sell. But let me zoom. Let me do this on a weekly time frame. So we had this huge upward movement, right? And all this upward movement did, it was just expose this area. That was literally all this upward movement did. It just went to go and expose this area. So for me, what I see happening on GBP NZD right now, yo guys hear me clearly. Sometimes I'm a prophet and sometimes I'm a noob. But this is where I feel I'm really gonna put like, some insane setup right now. So this is what I am. Hey, me, I want to be all good. In this game, I want to be all good. So, Felicia, on GBP NZD, this is what I expect. So, I'm not gonna climb into the cell yet. I'm not gonna
Okay.
be enticed by the cell yet. And the reason being, as you can see here, we have confluent or a prediction of a confluent support. Now,
Mhm.
for you that's been a while in the game now, guys, a confluent support takes out zones. This is a confluent support, and why is it a confluent support? Is because we have a support that's running over there, and then we have a support that's running over there as well. So there's two supports now, same as here. One support over here and one support over here. So we have a horizontal and a diagonal support. So that is what makes this a confluent support. And these are the strong supports. Now, with all these closings, because if you look at it this way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 closings above this area.
Above that, yeah.
And because it's above this area, this is exposed. And what I want you to note is that this was a false breakout, right? But it exposed. And then over here, it actually went to go and attempt to fulfill on what was exposed over here. And what I just want to bring home with you guys here is that when something is exposed, even if it's takes a while, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. If you
Mm.
look at if you look at the last time we got to sell Euro USD as well, before it dropped, before it gave us that big sell, it exposed the high that Euro USD is rejecting from. It exposed that first. So then it sold, found confluent support at the bottom. Wait, I can talk forex all day. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about concerning confluent support and how strong it gets. So we had over here, we had this breakout, false breakout, and that was like a warning. That was a warning. Um, I just want to show you guys the first the first setup, the first setup for Euro USD didn't actually look like that. The first setup looked like this. This is what the first setup looked like. We had a high after these two candles, connected it with another high, and then we didn't get another touch for a long while. We didn't get a touch over here, and I will actually, guys, I invite you go and look on the old pictures of Euro USD analysis in the group when we're done with this call. Just go and verify that this was the old setup, because what I'm going to explain to you now is the reason why this is happening. So over here, let me just highlight the last head and shoulders that we had, and that was actually the last time that we were able to sell this market. Guys, please go and like, don't take what I'm talking just for that. Go and look um, what I'm talking about in past setups that I sent, and then you will see that the analysis, it really looked like this. And the bottom line, the support was customed to this. But as you can see, this is actually the correct setup and the correct way. But what this made known to me, because this isn't a wrong setup. It's a high connected to another high, and all that we were expecting was a clean, sorry, all we was expecting was a clean drop from it, like it made almost here. But it made a false breakout, drop, and it gave us our chance to sell from here. I think for you guys that's been in this group a while, you know about the sell that we took on Euro USD, and I think you can almost recall this over here. But do not take what I say as gospel. Go and see in the group, because this was legit the old setup. And this told me that this is exposed. That is what this told me. And now this is telling me that this is exposed. So after it goes and retests, let me just fix the setup the way it's supposed to be, so that I also can just show you guys what I'm raving about concerning um, concerning that retest. So over here, right? It might not be visible to you now, But I want you guys to look at, you do not find one red candle within the setup. Not one red candle. And the reason being, so we got our high, false break of the high. And once again, why is this a false break? Because price went till there and dropped and traded below this area. That is why this is a false breakout. And then this just validates the fact that we have this clean rejection. That just validates that. But one thing that I want you guys to note now, and I think I've mentioned this in the group, that whenever there's a gap, it needs to
Mhm.
be full. It needs to be filled. Now, this gap, a stupid 400 pip gap that wasn't filled 2017 was eventually filled 2020. If you look this low, that low point actually drops a bit lower and it meets perfectly with this. Let me just zoom in there for you guys. You see that low of this candle over here? See that low? It meets perfectly with this over here. So, what do we say now after 3 years? Gap closed. Gap closed. And that is why you saw this rapid movement up. So, Confluence, this is what Confluence does, guys. This is legit what Confluence does. So, on that note, I'm sorry to have taken it all the way back to Euro USD, but I really just wanted to make that point on Confluence because when we have two zones like we have here, when we have two zones colliding with each other, price
Mm.
actually coming to that zones, we can expect a real strong upward movement. And a strong upward movement in this scenario would not be strange at all because another look at this would be low, high, higher low,
Low.
higher high, higher low, higher high. And if this thing goes down and rejects from here, we have another higher low. So this is actually giving us the key that we are right now in an uptrend. Let me just get it from channel. So if price drops, it's gonna shoot up. And if you see there once again, like you cannot, and Confluence, once again, Confluence, like you cannot escape it. So once it gets here, I would expect a sharp decline once again all the way down till here, getting Confluence probably once again shooting back up. So whenever you have confluence zones, then you know you have a solidified back that's gonna push you to where you want to be. So Felicia, concerning GBP NZD, see that it's already making its move upwards. So it's actually seeming like this is like just another false breakout. That is what
Mm.
it's seeming like. But I'm pretty sure And the thing is, another thing is like, with the Brexit thing and going on, I don't expect. I know GBP and I must stop saying like because of Brexit happening. I know GBP is like of course and stuff, but this 11-month transition period is really important because if if England or if the UK does not get what they want, right, then the pound can actually go to shit. So that is why I say this 11-month transition period is really important, and um, the uh, developments, developments in it will be ever changing. So I will only be able to say after a while, like, oh, when it's done, when Brexit is done, and the type of Brexit has been determined, then I'll be able to say, okay, pound is or it's most definitely dropping. So at this point, I would expect pound to be getting a bit weaker, and you know, so that is just why I was short on GBP USD as well. But yeah, I hope you guys got your stop losses on your entry points there. You actually see,
Uh-huh.
yes, because it's really important. It's really, really important. As we are talking now, price might have even taken our stop losses on entry points up. So I think really important with that. Let me see who else is on the call. You guys have any questions? Maybe any other questions on any play you like analyze for you?
Dit is al wat ek nou wil gehad weet. En ek wil net geweet het op GBP en ZD op die oomblik. Voor ek nou weer my eie goed maak, want ek is baie lief om dit te doen.
Anyone else?
En as
Does
ek my
anyone?
week ook kry, as daar niks blou nie, as dit net rooi.
Shame, shame. Don't say so. Don't say so. Does anyone else have questions or pairs that they would like me to check out for them?
I'm fine for now, thanks.
Okay. So it seems that everyone is fine.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
Hi. If you still have time, can you look at USD JPY?
USD JPY. With pleasure, my
Yes,
man.
please.
Let's check out USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY.
Yes.
This is what I'm actually seeing. Hey, I think you just gave us a trade there.
Rigo, is this what time frame is this?
4 hour. This is 4 hour.
Wow, okay, cool.
Um, um, Mr. Mandela, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So if you look at USD JPY, you will see that glorious breakout, after this glorious breakout over here, price has gone back up to number one, fill the gap. Number two,
Yes.
retest the loss high. Now, this now this is just also I know I told you guys previously to always respect the first um 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 to always respect the first price zone within the session. And what I mean by that is here's a low and here's a low, right? But if I took this low for analysis, I would have expected or yeah, I would have expected a drop long ago. And not only that, I would have had a false breakout. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I would have had a false breakout to the top, making me think that I'm just showing out this one 4 hour. So we had this breakout, and as soon as I see this closing above, this will make me think that we are gonna need to go up now, and that is actually not the case. So this is just why I reiterate the the fact that we should always respect the first zone that was created around price in that session, and it was this area over here. Price made a false breakout and then ran all the way up to there actually. So what a false breakout that was, right? So after that false breakout, price ran up, price broke the zone again, and now price is there once again. So if I zoom onto my 4 hour and I place my trend line on my low, on my lowest low right now, and I connect it with another low in the market, I will see that I have what looks almost like a test here, and price pushed up from it. I also see another rejection to the upside from it. So whenever I see three or more touches, right? When like this breakout now, because there's so many touches on this line, because of this breakout, I feel more confident with this breakout now. So breakout actually happened over here. Price started over there, went up a little, didn't touch our trend line, did not touch our trend line. That is really important. And now price closed um, over as a confirmation. As a confirmation. But gonna close in two, you can say 2.5 hours. This candle will close, and if it's bearish, that would be a confirmation to sell.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm not gonna say I would be wary about that sell because price needs to come to there again. But I think right now the dollar is just gaining. So selling for me right now would be, let me just go to see if there's any high points. Mm, let's see, here's one zone. So, and as you can see, there we have 1 hour confirmation, like actually already. So, with this area here just being more clear to me, and with support being offered there once again, I honestly didn't expect price to come all the way to there because, like I said, we are short with GBP USD, meaning we want the dollar to gain strength. And
Mm.
as you've seen here, the dollar has been gaining strength. It is actually inside the previous weekend. So yeah, I'll just be on the lookout for that on USD Japan. And if you're gonna enter the sell, Mr. Mandela, your stop
Yes.
loss will be there, and your take profit will be there. So you will then it will then be a 1,766 pip risk to a 2,186 pip reward. So I don't know if you're gonna want to take that much risk on as well. But yeah, that is what I see with USD JPY right now. The candle that is running, this will be the deciding candle. This will be what we call, if it closes bearish, that will be a confirmation candle. So if you want to take it, just follow the parameters that I've said there, because it might even be that price is just gonna run up from here. But by then you would have had ample chance to put your stop loss on your entry point so that nothing can go wrong. But another thing for the South fever is the fact the loss daily got taken out significantly. So that would be for me another supporting factor as to why you can USD JPY. But personally, for me at the moment, I see I see too much risk in that move. I see too much risk. If let me be clear now. Let me be clear now with too much risk. So if price can close below this area, then I do not see any risk. Then it will actually fall all the way till there. If price can in this one candle, if price can in this one candle close below this, then I will take it. But as for now, I'm not gonna take it. I might be stupid. I might be sorry. I might be stupid. I might be acting like a Mr. Know-it-all right now. But personally, I just see too much. Like, I'm not disputing the fact that price has been dropping the whole time. I'm not disputing the fact that price has been making lower highs and lower lows. You know, I'm not disputing the fact that price is at a loss. At one of the lows. Let me just go to daily. Sorry, at one of the lows, those in the market. I'm not gonna like dispute that. Um, but for me, I would like to see first. I would like to see a little. So nice. Like to see a little bit more. Let's just see. So when I say I would like to see a little bit more, so I don't know how long your experience with forex is, Adela, but my experience with forex is that um, whatever falls down this rapidly will be met. It will be met by an opposite power, if I can call it that. It will be met by an opposite power. So um, when I say I want to see a little bit more before I put my money into this trade, this is what I'm saying. I would expect a close, a close below this area. Of that close below that area, I would expect price to go and retest that area, and then as it's retesting that area, I would be making sure that I am there in time to line up my analysis for the final kill. But as of now, for me, it's too premature to enter. It's too premature to enter for me right now. And as you as you can even see, price is backing down. Price is backing down. It was dropping and it's moving up now. So I am I'm seeing gonna happen. What I personally think is gonna happen on
Okay, I have to go now because my battery's flat.
no problem. You can just catch the
Okay,
rest.
thanks, Rydal.
It's
Yeah,
a
thank you, Rydal. Have a good evening, gentlemen.
you too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
So this is honestly what I am seeing right now.
Thank you.
And then after it's actually been there again to retest this area um, for the second time, that is when I would actually suspect that it would fall. So I am first, to be quite honest with you, Mr. Mandela, I would first expect price to go up, retest the support once again, go up again to retest this area, and then make an attempt to fall. So as of now, I will not be entering USDJPY. I would be waiting for a scenario like this or a different scenario, but similar to this after having retested this area because after this area broke, right? Price just got exposed to it after it opened and closed below. Price just got exposed, or this zone just got exposed to price, and price just hasn't been there. It hasn't retested it since it broke. So that is just why I'm expecting price to go all the way to there. You never know; it might even go to get confluence of here, and then only. But right now, I wouldn't expect the sell. I would expect the rise for price to go till there, play around here, and then fall. But I'm not excluding scenario that would retest this confluence or just a single test up there and a fall. So does that kind of make USD JPY a bit clear? Okay, so I see it's only just the two of us. So do you have any questions?
Not Australia and New Zealand.
Australia and New Zealand.
Hmm.
So I actually haven't created this analysis in a long while, but let me just do this quickly. So as you can see, price has been to the support,
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually pushing up real good right now. So
Mm-hmm.
for odd NZD, this is what I would be expecting. So no wait, let me just see if I can use this one. I don't think I can use this. It should be too sharp. Yes, it is too sharp. That see if I can use this. Nope. Let me just use this one. Get rid of it. So um, I got that one, and as I said, price is busy pushing to the upside. But I bet if I go to 1 hour, I'll bet there would be, yep, there's a high created. So price is most definitely, price is most definitely gonna be going upwards from there. So we got the high, price got a little bit fuzzy around this spot, but it came back to retest and it ran up. So just fix. I can actually bring it. Perfect. So we have a break of our analysis, and if the next candle on the 1 hour time frame would be a bullish candle without touching without touching this analysis, then that would
Mm-hmm.
be a sell for me. That would constitute not a sell, sorry, a buy. That would constitute a buy for me, and it will then
Mm-hmm.
take the way up to there. But either way, I am seeing a buy coming for odd NZD. So there is. Let me just put up my arrows quickly. So I see a move like this, right? So this would be my first scenario, and then
Mm-hmm.
second scenario. My second scenario would be something like this.
Copy. Control.
Head and shoulders. You're all familiar with head and shoulders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this would
Okay.
be this would be my second scenario. But then what I am expecting with my second scenario is that price as it falls down, right? As it
Mm-hmm.
falls down into this area, I would then analyze from the high all the way down so that when I get the break and the
Breakout.
confirmation, that is when I buy all the way up to here.
Okay.
Just stick to this analysis over here quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope that answers all the questions for the week. Um, we will be having another call on Sunday, so you can join in on that one as well. Will you be joining in on Sunday? You will most probably be joining in on Sunday, right? So,
Okay.
so then On Sunday, that is when I will see you again, my brother. I hope you have,
Okay, Sunday.
I hope you have a nice day. For it will be the same time as tonight, 8 o'clock, or it's 8 o'clock in my time. I don't know. I don't know
Mm,
what is your time right now, but it will be the same time as we had our session tonight. So I will see you on Sunday, and I hope you have a nice trading week further, my brother.
mhm.
Cheers.
My time 2 a.m. to hour.
2 a.m. Sure.
Mhm.
Yo, that is. But
No
it's
problem.
really, yeah. I'm really glad that you can join, and I hope that you have been learning from all of these Skype sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as long as you've been learning, then I'm fine. Then I'm good. As long as I can help you, then I'm good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Take care, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.